Good morning dear students. In last class we have learnt the estimation of machining time. I hope you have familiarized with that topic. Today we will take up the new topic, estimation of fabrication cost. In this we know that fabrication means there are several things. Fabrication means joining of metals can be done by several means. One is riveting, the another one is welding and machine screws and with the help of bolt and nuts. But in this topic we are limiting ourselves to welding only. So, welding cost. Before going to the welding cost, let us see what is welding. Welding is nothing but it is the process in which two or more materials can be joined together with the help of heat, with the help of filler material, with the help of electrode, and in order to get permanent joint. So, this is nothing but welding. So, in order to calculate the cost of that one of welding cost, we say that is welding cost. Welding cost broadly divided into direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost includes consumables cost. The consumables are electrodes and filler rods, and labor cost. Labor cost, the whatever the wages and salaries we are going to give for the preparation of edge preparation as well as the process of the welding. So, what that comes under labor cost. Next, indirect cost. In this one the cost is incurred due to the all overheads. It is due to the machine cost as well as the what I can say overheads. There are several type of overheads we already learnt in the last class, such as preparation of setup, depreciation and some other cost which are incurred in the welding process. So, let us see the different types of welding. All the welding processes are broadly classified into two major processes, fusion welding and pressure welding. So, let us see fusion welding. What is fusion? Fusion is nothing but melting process. In this welding process, the materials are to be welded are melted, or they are made to the plastic state and allowed at that stage to get it solidify itself. So, in order to get final permanent joint, in this process we are making the materials which are to be joined into fusion state. So, this is called fusion welding. In this we will see arc welding. In this arc there are different types of arc welding, metal arc welding and inert gas metal welding. Inert means we are making use of inert gases such as helium and some other inert gases we are using. They are going to protect the weld material from the atmospheric oxygen. So, under that welding process we can see two TIG and MIG, tungsten inert arc gas welding and metal arc gas welding. Next we will see atomic hydrogen welding. Atomic hydrogen welding, we are making use of hydrogenizing gas to prevent the atmospheric corrosion and corrosion. Next we will see submerged arc welding. This also comes under arc welding. In this submerged arc welding, the weld bead is shielded by granular particles. The welding is done underneath the granular particles. Next we will go to the gas welding. So, in this we know that the gases which are such as oxygen and acetylene gases are used for welding process. So, this is known as gas welding process. Next, thermite welding. So, this is similar to foundry where thermite some chemical action is done to melt the pieces to be welded. For example, such as the rail tracks which are to be joined together, they are done by thermit welding. Next, electron beam welding. Electron beams are used to welding process. Next, laser welding. Laser rays are used to welding process. Next, plasma welding. So, plasma state type of welding, we will see the last three comes under advanced stage of welding. Next, pressure welding. So, here the another type of welding is called pressure welding, in which the welding is done, the materials which are to be welded are put together, allowed to melt, and they are allowed to join together by applying pressure. So, that type of welding is called pressure type of welding. So, they are broadly classified under resistance welding. That means, two pieces are welded by applying pressure. Under that one we will see spot welding, then seam welding, projection welding, flash welding and offset welding. In this weldings, actually resistance, due to the resistance only a part of the pieces are welded under the pressure. So, these are comes under resistance welding. Next, pressure gas welding and cold welding, this all comes under pressure welding. Next, we will see what are the different types of welds. Basically, the welds are comes under two categories, butt joints and lap joints. So, under butt joints, butt joint means two pieces which are to be welded. If you take like this, these are two pieces which are to be welded actually. So, they are kept side by side like, and they are welded. After preparing the edge preparations, they are kept one side the other, and this portion they are going to be welded. This portion is going to be melted, and by applying the electrode material as well as the filler material, these plates are welded. So, as the plates are kept side by side, this type of joints are called butt joints. In this butt joints, we have several methods. So, the single butt joint and single V, the grooves are made for these plates as single V, double V. We can see those figures later to this one. Next, single U and double U edge preparations we are going to make. So, these are the grooves, the straight groove and single V, as we are going to see in the figure. The edge preparations are made in the form of single V, and here we are going to see double V groove preparation is made for the, in this case we are going to do top as well as the bottom portions of the weld plates. So, where we can get maximum welding capacity, the strength we can apply on these plates is going to be increased a lot. Here we are going to see two plates are going to be made single U groove preparation. So, here we are going to, all these figures are we are going to see the end view of the plates. Here in last figure we are going to see double U preparation, edge preparation. Next, here we are going to see different weld formations. Here end views we are going to see this is the two plates which are to be welded, and top we are going to see weld bead in black color. Here it is different, it is a top portion we are going to see, and here vertical, and this is corner joint, another corner joint, this is angular joint. So, these two plates are kept in V type of condition. The included angle will be around 60 degrees. So, here we are going to do the welding. Next, as we already discussed, the different type of joints are lap joints, that is the two plates which are to be welded one over the another. We can see that with this demonstration. Here these are the two places which are to be welded. I have to overlap one over the other like this. I am going to overlap one this over this one, I am going to overlap, and the welding is carried out over this portion. Here I am going to be welded after making the edge preparation. The same thing we can see here. So, here overlap welding is done by overlapping two pieces. Here it is welded properly. This is after lap joint is over. The same thing we will see after welding, butt joints will be like this. Okay. With this, in the lap joints also we are going to have different methods like straight lap and double lap. Next T joint, next strap joint, corner joint. So, we are going to have these are different joints. So, the same thing we can see with the help of figures. Here we are going to have T joint, and here ordinary lap joint, this is corner joint, T joint again, and these are the different types of positions we can see from all these figures. Next, we will see what are the factors that are affecting the fabrication cost. So, there are a few factors which are affecting, out of which we will see some important points. Proper fit up. So, the pieces which are joined together, they are maintained with a proper gap. For example, we are going to join these two pieces. These pieces which are to be joined butt joint, they are made a gap of 1 to 1.5 mm only is to be maintained, the gap. If we maintain more gap, we have to keep, or we have to make use of more electrode material. Likewise, we have to incur cost of the electrode material much, as well as the more gap, there will be more of the distortion as well as the cracks after joining will be getting. So, in order to join these two pieces properly, for example, if the time is also maintained properly. Here, in order to join two pieces of 10 mm thickness plate, we need to keep a gap of 1 mm gap, which takes 6 minutes to welding, whereas in order to make a gap of 5 mm, we need 24 minutes. Likewise, time is also going to be increased. In order to reach our proper time, we have to maintain proper gap between the two plates, as well as the thickness. Depending upon the thickness, time is also maintained properly. Excessive welding, the excessive welding should not be done. That means, the during welding with the help of electrode, only certain layers should be taken. We should not use more number of layers on the weld pieces. It consumes lot of electrode material as well as the welding time also. So, welding positions is also be maintained properly. Generally, we have to maintain gas welding. With the help of gas welding torch, we have to maintain a angle of 60 to 70 degrees is to be maintained with the help of with respect to the horizontal, as well as the electrodes are maintained 30 to 40 degrees with the help of with respect to the horizontal. Next, current position. Generally, we have to use depending upon the applications, current position should be changed. For alloying materials, we have to use, generally we are making use of DC current electrodes. Depending upon the thickness of the work pieces to be welded, we have to change the different lengths of the electrodes. Next, processes. Depending upon the process also, the cost of the welding fabrication cost varies. Next, constants of the welding cost. What are the components of the welding cost, let us see in arc welding. First one is preparation cost. So, just now we have discussed before welding, preparation of the edges to be maintained, it is done by hand filing or machining or with other types of methods we can make the edge preparation. For whatever the cost incurred for that edge preparation comes under preparation of the preparation cost. Next comes actual welding cost. So, during the welding certain we will be incurring cost that is due to the electrode materials. So, already we have discussed, and this is the electrodes we are using in the arc welding. So, whatever the electrode, depending upon the parent materials, we are going to use different types of electrodes. So, the cost of this electrode material comes under actual welding cost. Next, power. Power is also part of actual welding cost. We are using arc welding, we are using either AC current or DC current. Whatever the current or we say power comes under actual welding cost. Next, in case of gas welding, we are making use of oxygen and acetylene gases. So, the cost incurred in the consumption of oxygen and acetylene gases comes under cost of gases under the gas welding. Next, filler rods, we are using, depending upon the applications, we are using different types of filler rods. Whatever the cost incurred for those filler rods comes under cost this actual welding cost. Next, labor cost. So, this is the other cost comes under actual welding process, comes under labor cost. Next, post welding treatment or finishing cost. After the welding surroundings, if you take up this welding, this is the actual welding. So, surrounding to this, here we are going to observe different sparks or this is the solidified particles of welding. These are not useful for actual welding. In order to after completion of this welding process is over, we have to clean up these particles with the help of either filing or machining process. Whatever the cost incurred during this process comes under post welding treatment, or we also call that as finishing cost. Next, overhead cost. These are the other costs other than this the previous three comes under overhead cost. Now, we will see the electric arc welding. How electric arc welding is going to occur, we will see with this line sketch. Here we are going to see AC or DC supply. If it is a DC supply, one terminal of the DC supply is connected to electrode through this electrode holder. So, this electrode becomes cathode. Next, the other terminal of the DC supply is connected to the workpiece. This is the workpiece. So, this whenever we connect this positive terminal to this metal, this metal becomes anode. Okay. Or whenever these two electrode and workpiece are touched and maintained a gap of 1 to 1.5 mm, arc is produced here. That arc generates heat, which is around 1800 to 2000 degree centigrade, which are going to be melt this weld pieces which are to be joined. So, whatever we are going to use, this comes under electric arc welding. The same thing we can see cross sectional view of the electrode. Here we are going to see electrode. So, as already I shown, this is the electrode. Here we are going to see electrode. In this one, here we are going to see, if we cut the half section and we see the from the monitor, we can see clearly this is the electrode. At the cross section around the electrode is a coating on the electrode, which is useful for preventing this weld bed. Okay. Here these are the two places which we are going to weld. Here this is the electrode is coming rightward direction, moving from left to rightward direction. Here we can see this is the slag material, this is the welded material, this is the weld pool, and this is the arc. The arc which is going to be melting these pieces to be welded and allowing for certain time this metal is going to be solidified to have a permanent joint. So, this is the how we are going to see in this electric arc welding. So, in this electric arc welding we are also going to see power consumption, how much power is going to be consumed in this electric arc welding. We are going to compute with the help of this simple formula. Power is equal to the voltage into amperage by efficiency into 1000, we are going to get in terms of kilowatts, whereas V is voltage required and I is the amperage and neta is the efficiency required for that machine. After that power consumption, we are going to see labor and overhead cost that can be computed with the help of this simple formula. A length of the electrode depending upon the thickness of the plates to be welded or length of the weld, we have to choose the length of the electrodes in meters. We are going to select multiplied by labor and overhead charges per hour. Hourly rate will be there, that we have to multiply, divided by we take welding speed that is indicated in terms of meters per hour multiplied by operating factor. If we do this, we will be getting labor and overhead cost. Okay, here we can get operating factor as with the help of this formula. Operating factor can be obtained by using this simple formula, arc time divided by arc time plus downtime multiplied by 100. The arc time and downtime can be obtained from the arc welding flames. So, depending upon the applications, the times varies. If we substitute those values, we will be getting operating factor and finally, we will be getting overhead charges will be getting. Next, constants of the welding cost. Under the gas welding, we already know that we are going to use filler material as well as the oxygen gas and acetylene gases. These are the two important gases which are used in the gas welding. The consumption, first we have to calculate the consumption of oxygen and acetylene gases multiplied by the cost for that gas, will be getting cost of oxygen and acetylene gases. Next, labor cost. So, whatever the cost we are going to incur for the workers will be comes under labor cost. Next, flux material cost. We already know that we also required certain flux material required, the cost incurred for the flux material comes under flux material cost. The same thing, this gas welding setup we can see with the help of this small line sketch. Here we are going to see oxygen cylinder in which we are going to store the oxygen gas. This is and here this is another cylinder which can store acetylene cylinders. With the help of this regulators for both oxygen and acetylene, these two gases are connected to the welding torch. So, here by opening the nozzle, we can here in this chamber two gases, oxygen and acetylene gases are joined mixed together, and the combustion process will be done at the end of this torch. If we ignite a arc or lightning is done to these gases, after combustion we will be getting the flames of different nature. In gas welding we will be seeing neutral flame, carburizing flame and oxidizing flame. Depending upon the applications, we will be using different flames. So, here depending around in this gas welding, we will be getting 30 to 100 degree centigrade temperature, which are used to melt the metal pieces to be welded and allowed to solidify. Okay, we will summarize whatever learned in this class. Welding cost is broadly classified into direct cost and indirect cost. Again, this direct cost is classified as cost for consumables and labor. Next, indirect cost is cost due to the overheads used in the welding. Next, types of weld joints. We have seen different types of weld joints, broadly butt joints and lap joints. Next, constants of the arc welding cost. Here preparation cost is required, then actual welding cost, under that one electrode material, power and cost of the gases and filler rods if it is a gas welding, and then labor cost. Third one is post welding treatment or finishing cost, finally overhead cost. Next, constants of the gas welding cost. What actually what happens and what we have to invest in gas welding? Let us see. First, cost of the filler material, cost of the oxygen gas and acetylene gas, labor cost and flux material cost. And let us have a simple questions. What you let us remember what you learned from these questions. I hope our students can answer these points, these simple questions. How many types of welding we can classify broadly? Anybody can answer this question? After this questions hour, we will be having a few simple problems we will solve in this session. Any students, can you answer this one? Okay, let us see that answers. Fusion welding and pressure welding, these are the two important welding types. Let us go for the second question. What are the constants of the arc welding cost? What are the important constants of the welding cost? Anybody? Okay, let us see the answer. So we already discussed preparation cost and actual welding cost, that is used for electrode material, power and cost of the gases and filler rods and labor cost. Third one is post welding treatment or finishing cost, finally overhead cost. Let us go to the third question. What are the constants of gas welding cost? Anybody? Okay, they are cost of the filler material, cost of the oxygen and acetylene gases and labor cost and flux material cost. Okay, after question session is over, let us go to the simple problems. Let us take first problem. Estimate the total cost of the manual flux shielded metal arc welding using the following data. Length of the weld is 3 meters, welding speed is 12 meters per hour, operating factor 30%, labor and overhead costs charges 8 rupees per hour, then electrode consumption is 0.4 kilograms per meter, then cost of the electrodes is 30 rupees per kilogram, and arc voltage is 2. Next, current is 200 amperes. Next, efficiency is 65% and rate per unit is you have taken as shown in the monitor. For this, let us go for solution. First, let us calculate the welding materials consumed. Welding material is nothing but electrodes consumed. For that one, let us calculate the cost of the electrode consumed. For that, we have to multiply it by the cost of the electrode, that is 0.4 kilograms per meter multiplied by length of the weld, that is 3, we will be getting 1.2 kilograms. Then if we multiply by 1.2 with the 30 rupees, we will be getting 36 rupees, we will be getting, that is the cost of the electrode. Next, labor and overhead costs, that can be calculated as already we learned from the simple formula, that is length of the electrodes multiplied by labor and overhead charges per hour divided by welding speed multiplied by operating factor. The same thing if you do, that is 3 multiplied by 8 divided by 12 into 0.30, we will be getting 6.65 rupees. Next, power cost, that can be obtained by using simple formula, voltage VI by 1000 multiplied by efficiency. We can get the same thing as 6.77 kilowatts. If we multiply that power cost multiplied by time, we will be getting number of units in kilowatt hours. And welding time can be calculated by using length of the weld by speed of the welding. The same thing we can get it by 3 by 12 as 0.25. If we multiply 0.25 welding time divided multiplied by 6.22, we will be getting 1.7. Then we will be getting cost of the power as 1.35 rupees. Then total cost, total welding cost, we can obtain by using this formula, material cost and labor cost, overhead cost and power cost. If we add up all those things, we will be getting 44 rupees. Let us go for the second problem, which is very interesting and useful for your understanding. Second one, estimate the welding cost for a cylindrical boiler drum 2.5 meters long and 1 meter diameter, which is to be made from 15 meters 1.5 meters thick, 1.5 mm thick MS plates, both circular plates to the drum. Cylindrical portion is welded along the longitudinal seam and welding is done both the inner and outer sides. Assuming the following data. Welding rate of welding 2 meters per hour on inner sides and outer sides it is 2.5 meters in outer sides. Length of the electrodes consumed, it is 1.5 meters, 1.5 meter per meter of the welding. Cost of the electrodes, it is 4 rupees per meter. Then power consumed 4 rupees, power consumed per kilowatt hours per meter, it is 4 rupees of the weld. Power charges 0.8 rupees per kilowatt and labor charges 10 rupees per hour and other overhead charges size 200% of the prime cost. Next, discarded electrode size 5%, fatigue and setting up allowances 6% of the welding time. The same thing you will see the solution. Here I will make use of a simple model for this problem. So, this is the cylindrical drum I have taken, which is a length of 2.5 meters and this is a cylindrical shell. We have done welding like this longitudinal seam. The into marks which I am showing is the welding which we have done, right, and two ends are blocked by using two circular plates. This is one circular plate and this is another circular plate which are welded like this. So, which is a diameter of 1 meter. So, here we have done welding as well as here welding and here we have done for this inside and outside weldings I have done. Okay. This is the model how we are going to see. Let us see in this figure, in this problem. Total length of the weld here we have taken, that is external plus internal of this cylindrical shell. So, here 2.5 plus, that is length of the cylindrical boiler multiplied by pi plus pi into 1 into 2, we can get the total length of the weld, that is along the longitudinal seam as well as the around the two circular plates we are going to weld. If we add up all these things, we will be getting 17.57 meters, that is total length. Next, we will see the material cost. So, the material cost can be obtained length of the electrode required So that is 17.57 multiplied by 1.5 will be getting 26.35 meters. Next, we will add discarded electrodes. We already know during the welding certain portion of the electrodes we are going to be waste without actual using. Let us take that as 5% and we will add up. So, we will be adding that total 29.35 plus 0.05, that is 0.5%, 0.05 multiplied by 26.35 will be getting 27.7 meters. Then cost of the electrodes at the rate of 4 rupees per meter will be getting 110 rupees 0.80 paise. Next, we will calculate labor cost by using this formula. Welding time is equal to the time for external welding plus time for internal welding. And we will also calculate the cost of that one, length of the weld divided by weld speed on the external side plus length of the weld by the weld speed on the internal side. The same thing we substitute, will be getting 7.9 hours. Next, we will take add up fatigue and setting up allowance as 6 percentage. If you add up 6 percentage plus 100 percentage, you will getting 106 percentage. You will be getting 8.4 hours of. Next, we will take up labor charges at the rate of 10 rupees per hour per kilowatt hour. You will be getting 84 rupees. Next, power charges, we will use this formula and getting power charges as 56.2. Next, we will getting prime cost of the welding, that is material cost, labor cost and power cost. We will be getting 110.80 plus 84 rupees plus 56.20, total cost is 251 rupees. Then overhead cost 200% of the prime cost. If we substitute in that one, we will be getting 502 rupees. Then we will calculate total welding cost. It is nothing but prime cost, overhead cost. So, if we substitute the values of that one, we will be getting 753 rupees. So, this is the total cost of the welding of the cylindrical shell along the longitudinal as well as cylindrical plates both inside and outside. So, after completion of this problem, let us go to the third problem, which is based on the gas welding process. In this one, estimate the estimate the welding cost of the two plates of different dimensions, size 200 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 6 mm, welded to form 90 degrees. That can be by make use of this following data. In this one, two plates are, let us I will make use of these two plates. These are the two different plates. I kept, after making the edge preparation, we have to keep two plates here as like this for making corner joint. Here the included angle will be 90 degrees. So, that problem you have done, you asked in this question. In this question, we have to do, after edge preparation, we have to make welding in this direction, inside and outside. For this one, we will making use of this data, we will solve. So, this is the data given for us. In this one, we have to take the total length of the weld as 200 mm, that is along the length of the workpiece we have to take, that is 0.2 meters, and filler materials we have to take, that is 3.4 into 0.2, it is 0.68 meters. Next, that converted as 68 mm. Next, weld of the filler rod, our weight of the, we are calculating weight of the filler rod by using a formula. Here we will be getting by accounting 20% of the wastage, we will be getting weight of the material like this. Then cost of the materials we can calculate as by making use of this formula, we will be getting 0.7 rupees. Then time of the welding at the rate of 19.5 meters per meter of the weld, we will be getting by substituting in this formula 19.5 multiplied by 3.9 meters, that is welding time, you will be getting 0.065 hours. If we multiply it by the consumption of oxygen, will be consumption of the oxygen at the rate of 0.55 cubic centimeters per hour, multiply by with that cost, you will be getting consumption as 0.03536 cubic meters. Then cost of the oxygen consumption is like this. So after consumption is over, will be cost of the oxygen is 0.36 rupees. Similarly, we will calculate the acetylene consumption as 0.0175 cubic centimeters. After getting that one, we will go to the cost of the acetylene gases as 0.87 rupees by multiplying the consumption of acetylene gases with its cost per unit kg. After getting this one, we have to add up all the costs. Total material cost can be obtained in this gas welding by adding up of costing of the filler material plus cost of the oxygen consumed, then cost of the acetylene consumed. So if we add up all these things, that is 0.7 rupees plus 0.36 rupees plus 0.876 rupees, we will be getting total cost as 1.935 rupees. We will make this as a round figure. 2 rupees is total material cost, that is the cost used for this welding. So this is how we can calculate the cost of the welding in this gas welding setup. With this we will conclude this topic of fabrication cost, and we will see in the next class with another new topic. Goodbye.